Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Alex Trujillo, Senior Sales Manager for FlightScope, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about the Mevo Plus. So first thing we're going to start off with is talk a little bit about setup. Using in the indoor environment, you want to make sure that you have at least 8 feet of ball flight from the ball to the net, and you want to have 8 feet from the ball to the radar. This would be your typical indoor setup. You do have to use one metallic sticker on the golf ball. Just always remember that if you're hitting full swing shots. If you're putting in simulation, you won't use a metallic dot on the ball. I'm going to start off with the FS Golf app. So in the FS Golf app, I'm going to show you how to get into it, how we're going to get into a session. I'm going to hit some shots for you, and then we'll go from there. So we're going to go start new session. We have 3 data modes, so we have indoor, short indoor, and outdoor. We're going to go with the indoor mode. In our setup here, we have 8 feet from the radar to the ball, and then we have over 14 feet of ball flight. So we can use that that indoor mode. We'll go down to start new session. We'll go use standard sea level. So for those of you who have a device, an iPad for example, that doesn't have internet connection, cellular data, you're going to get the message that there is no internet. You can just select use standard sea level, and it will just use that for your ball calculations. All right, so what you're going to see here on the left-hand side is our different views or perspectives of the software. We have the perspective view, the back, and the side. We're going to go to the back view. This is our down the line view, and then you can see on the bottom our data parameters that can be scrolled through. So we can, once I hit some shots, we're going to talk a little bit about that data. So I'm going to go ahead and hit a shot in here. I'm going to hit 3 shots, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what we see in this application. Started off here first with maybe a little cut. So as you can see, it's real-time tracking, so the moment that I make contact with the ball, you will see your trajectory. We can change some of the views, which we'll talk about a little bit here. Let me just hit these 3 shots so we have a grouping. Let me maybe try to move one right to left. And I'll hit one more. Now something interesting you'll see is you see that the trajectory is starting left of the center line. The reason for that is I have the Mevo Plus set up for simulation, and because I'm hitting off of an elevated mat, I've put my ball to the left of the target line for a full swing, and then my putting ball on the right of the target line for putting. For those of you who have one smooth surface, and once you set up the radar down the target line, that trajectory will come right out of the center line on that animation. So we'll hit one more. Alrighty, so let's talk a little bit about the different screens. So we're going to go up in the top right hand corner. We're going to go to the 4 squares. We have our 3D trajectory, which is the screen we were on. We're going to go over to dashboard. And in the dashboard screen, we're going to see all of our data parameters that's provided by the Mevo Plus. So we can scroll up the screen. You can see your ball speed, club speed, angle of attack, spin rate, your shot type. What's also really neat is we can change the order of these. So if you go down to more on the bottom left-hand side, I can drag these data parameters up and down to change the order in which we see them. We hit save. We'll go back to the 4 squares. And we'll go to table screen. Now in the table screen, I'm going to see every single data parameter listed, the amount of shots that I've hit for that particular club. And then at the bottom, I'm going to get an average and deviance. Now, the example I'm going to talk about happens a little bit with some of our customers is the tagging of a club. So if you notice up here, I have a lob wedge selected with a standard ball. However, I hit a 7-iron. So for those of you who asked the question, well, is the Mevo tracking based on what club I inputted? If you go back to carry distances, you see that it was 159, 164, 164. The club type doesn't make a difference for the unit. The unit just wants to know, are you hitting a wedge, an iron, or a driver? So for example, if I had a driver selected and I was hitting a wedge, then that can cause differences because of the makeups of the head. but just wanted to give you guys that little bit of an example. We'll go to the 4 squares, and then we'll go over to the video side. Now on the video feed, you're going to be looking at an image from the iPad that's over to my right. So if I was going to take a shot at right now, this is the feed that would come from your phone or from your iPad. I can take a swing, and it's going to record that video for me with the data parameters. So if you click bottom left, there's my video. You can move those data parameters around to get them out of the way. I can replay that video, and then I can share that video straight to social media, email, wherever I choose to send it over to. So we can just hit close for now. You can see where you can share, and then we'll back out of there and go back into our screen. Let's go ahead and change our club type to a 7-iron. As you can see, you can edit your bag. And now let's change our view over to the side. So there's our side view. I'm going to go ahead and hit another shot here for you. Oh, that's a little thin. Let's hit one more. Alrighty, so as you can see, you have the different views, different perspectives, and this is all through the FS Golf app with the Mevo Plus. We're going to switch over now to FS Skills, and I want to take you guys through that application. What's very interesting about FS Skills is it gives you the ability to assess your game. So you can, for example, you can do a FlyScope complete combine. It's about 25 targets. You're going to hit anywhere from a 20-yard shot to over a 250-yard shot, and then you're going to be assessed in yardage bands compared to a PGA Tour player. So once you complete that combine, you can then go into what we call building a custom combine, and that's what I'm going to take you through today. So we're going to go to build a custom game. We're going to name it, for the purposes of this video, we're going to name it webinar. We're going to make it one target. Now, you have some options here. You can put a timer on these targets. You can change the target mode, whether sequential or random. So for example, let's say I had 3 targets selected, maybe 50, 100, 150 yards. What random would do is I would have to hit one 50-yard shot, then a 150-yard shot, then a 100-yard shot. What sequential will do is you hit all the 50s, all the 100s, all the 150s. So we'll go sequential, terrain type will go to medium, and we're going to go ahead and start creating these targets. So I'm going to create a circular target at, I have my 7-iron, so we'll do, let's say 155 yards. And we'll do 3 shots on target. And we'll go ahead and start. Now, in the challenges that you create, you can have up to 4 players play. So for this purpose, we'll just select our US sales account, and we're going to start the game. This application will speak to you. If you have the volume on, you can select what data parameter you want it to speak, and it will speak it over. So for example, if I select carry distance, after every shot, the application would tell me it went 150, 155, whatever the case may be. I'll hit these 3 shots for you, and you guys can check out what the software does. All right, so a little long, 165. There's one. Now the black center of the target is 5 points, and then 3, 2, and 1. All right, so there we have it. Our 3 shots on this target. I scored 7 out of a total 15 points. and we're gonna go to finish. Now, you can see here, these are the yardage bands I was talking about. So from the 150 to the 175, I can click on that yardage band. And what it's gonna do, it's gonna show me what the PGA Tour mean distance is for that yardage band. So from 150 to 175, the average tour player will hit it to 27 feet, 8 inches. My mean distance was 41 feet, 4 inches. So almost double. I gotta work on my proximity to the hole with my 7-iron. So as you can see, it's a great tool to develop and hone your skill. Now we're gonna move over to the simulation piece. And I wanna show you what we do with E6. Now the Mevo Plus comes with the E6 bundle, which includes 5 golf courses, 17 driving ranges, and you can play those online. I'm gonna readjust my Mevo tilt to 12 degrees with a simulator angle tool that's provided in your package. And then we're gonna go ahead and play a golf course. All right guys, so we're set up on the E6 first hole. We're gonna go ahead and play this hole and let you guys watch, see how it works. Hole is 339 from these tees. Doesn't seem like there's much wind, little dog leg left. I got a 3-wood in hand. I'm gonna try to hit a little cut around the bend. I might have yanked it a touch. Come back a little bit. Oh, she's in play. All right, ooh, I got 130. Let me grab a different club here. Putting. .26 footer. Oh, it was uphill. Oh. .14-foot putt. There she goes. Get in the hole. Short again. So it was up a foot. So you got to take that into consideration. So I have it set to 10-foot gimme. Actually, I probably 5 foot. So I still got to put another one. Pretty good representation of my game. All right. It's 5 feet 10 inches, 2 inches up. Get in there. Yo. All right, there we go. So there you have it, E6. I'll show you some of the driving ranges as well. So we can back out of this. If you want to go to a driving range, maybe with a specific shot shape, I'll grab my 7-iron. All right, so here's the driving range. You have all the different targets. Now you can set it up to where you have to hit specific shots. I have 7-iron selected. And switch it to 7. There we go. All right. Little toey. So just as if you were in your regular driving range, go ahead and hit one, not one more. And there you have it. Thank you guys for joining us. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach us at flyscopemevo.com, or you can email us at sales@flyscopemevo.com. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you soon.